you struggle with lust? Because today's question comes from Instagram from _Matthew_S0228_. And his question is, how do I get rid of my desire for lust? Now there's so much here that I could make a long form YouTube video on, and I probably will at some point because it's that important, that much to it, and that many people that struggle with it. Every other battle that you'll face, scripture tells you to fight. It tells us to put on the armor of God, fast, pray, worship, and so much more. But when it comes to this topic, look at what 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 18 says our approach should be. Flee from sexual immorality. Scripture is literally telling you to run as far away from this battle as you can. In a world that is sexualizing everything, so much so that you can't even open up your phone without running the risk of seeing something sexual. From the movies we watch, to the music we listen to the clothes we wear, it has never been so easy to fall into lust. You are going to get lustful thoughts in some way, shape, or form, but it's about what we do with those thoughts the moment they come into our mind. And look at what 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5 says about our thoughts. And take every thought captive to obey Christ. A lustful thought comes into your mind and you kind of let it run a little bit. Maybe you dwell on that thought for a little bit, or it's a video that you see on your phone and you're watching it for a second longer than you should, but you're basically feeding this monster. And as time goes on with these thoughts, the harder it will be to actually flee that battle. I like to look at it like this. Say you have a wild dog on a leash, and you start off with this leash as short as can be, because you know if this wild dog sees a squirrel, a cat, something that it wants to attack, it's gonna go. But then you get comfortable with this dog and you give him a little bit more leash, and instead of this dog being under your authority with a short leash, you've given him a little bit of wiggle room. As time goes on and you let more and more leash go, the harder it's gonna be for you to control this dog. In the same way, that lustful thought is on the shortest leash the moment it comes into your mind, and that is the best chance that you have to take that thought captive and obey it to Christ. Again, that's why scripture says flee from sexual immorality, because if you try to fight it, you're not gonna win. If that leash doesn't stay short, your mind is gonna run wild. And in today's society, it's like walking through a minefield of lust everywhere. And I've said it like this before: what you fill yourself up with will come out. We even get lustful thoughts subconsciously based on all the information we're taking on a daily basis. It really is no surprise as to why there's so many people struggling with this. But I want to end the video with this. I get how frustrating the battle with lust is. And I don't want to say it's okay if you fall, but don't beat yourself up over it. There are companies that are paying millions, if not billions of dollars to keep us in this lustful state. And I really believe that it's funded by the enemy. It's much more spiritual than you think. So I want to just encourage you to take this battle of lust with care. Find good friends and community that you can confide in, but also ones that will hold you accountable, because the enemy wants you to keep this in the dark. But once you bring it to light is where you can finally find your strength in numbers. So I pray this video helps put it into perspective how important it is to take that thought captive and stay in constant prayer with God to guard your heart, eyes, and mind. And when you see yourself getting close to that cliff, run the other way. So I pray you got a lot out of this video, and make sure you leave your questions in the comment sections, and maybe you will see yours in the next one. God bless.